Good morning everybody and welcome back to I Loaf You. Today we are going to be making a traditional peach cobbler, well a traditional style peach cobbler. So we are going to just jump right in because it is a fairly involved process with many steps, but it is very rewarding and very delicious in the end. So we are just going to get started. Alright, so to start with, I have a glass pan on our stovetop, just so that it's easier to see what's happening. You could use something different, such as a metal, but we are going to start by putting our frozen sliced peaches into our saucepan, along with our granulated sugar and our water, which you can just use tap water for, that is fine. And then we are going to turn this on to start boiling. Going to take our flour, we're going to mix in our sugar, salt, baking powder, and our milk. We're just going to mix this all together. This is the batter. It's a very easy batter to do. You can use a gloved hand if you like, or a spatula. It is a very soft batter. And then we are going to melt our stick of butter, or half a cup of butter, and check in on our peaches. Again, just mix it until all of the dry ingredients are well combined. Going to take our 2-quart pan. This is actually a 2.5-quart pan because I don't have a true 2-quart pan. And we are going to pour our melted butter into the bottom. I have also sprayed the sides because I believe this is coated and I don't want to risk chipping by cutting around the edge with a knife to loosen it from the pan when all is said and done. So next we are going to pour in our batter directly onto the butter. And then we are going to top this with our cooked and thickened peaches. Alright, at this point I am going to turn our burner off, and we are going to remove this from the heat, and we want to pour it over top of the biscuits in the pan. I'll pull you down here. You can see there's not as much liquid as there was when we started, and it's bubbling up through very, very violently, and it's starting to thicken. So we are going to now put this in the pan so we can get it in the oven. So now I'm going to take this and put it into our preheated 350-degree oven, and we are going to bake it for about 40 to 45 minutes or until it's done. The magic trick with the peach cobbler is when it's all said and done, the peaches will actually be on the bottom and the crust will actually be on top, even though that's not how we put it in the oven. Alright, it has been 40 minutes that I have had our peach cobbler in the oven for. You can see that it is still bubbling up through. I took it out, and we are just going to let this sit now to cool enough to eat. Now, peach cobbler, I like to eat it pretty warm still. It's really great served with a vanilla ice cream. But you can let it cool completely if you would like to as well. It's all up to personal preference. So we will let this cool down a little bit, and then we will dive in.